Everybody, Coach Bruce here with you. Welcome to 2023. We're done with 2022. 2023, we're looking to be a better me. So I want to start off this video by saying congratulations. We made it. We're all above ground. We're all breathing, and it's a fresh start, right? Every day, brand new opportunity to be a better me, right? So this video is going to be short. It's the first video of the year. As we get back into our video series, and as we took a small hiatus for the holidays, the videos will get back to normal length, and we'll get more in depth with things. But I just want to caution you on setting New Year's resolutions, right? For those of you that have, or those of you that intend to, remember that a resolution is a promise that you make to yourself or to other people, and a promise is simply a comfort to a fool. Promises, unfortunately, are made to be broken. Ask yourself how many times somebody has promised you something and never fallen through with it. Either because they didn't follow through based on their own choice, or there were extenuating circumstances that caused them not to be able to do what it is they promised you they would. And ask yourself how many times you've promised somebody to do something, and because of your own choice or because of extenuating circumstances, things fell through and the promise was broken, right? So never make yourself a promise, never promise anything else to anybody else, because a promise is simply a comfort to a fool. Just say simply, I will do the very best that I can, and do your very best to do that. Therefore, there's no expectations, right, other than the ones you place on yourself. You're not setting yourself up for failure. You're not setting yourself up for disappointment, because there's been no promise made. You're simply stating that you're going to try to do the best that you can do. So find the things that you did last year that may have disappointed you, may have upset you because they didn't go the way you thought they would go. Not from anybody else, but from yourself, right? Find some things that you did that you wished you had done better, and make a list of those things. And what I encourage you to do this year is simply try to do better. Take the one thing that you wish you had done better at, the one thing that's most important to you, and put it to the top of your list. Get that favorite thing that you write with, and you can either do this in your dating journal, your dating book, or you can make it on a separate sheet of paper. However you decide to do it, you can create a vision board out of it, right? And find 10 to 15 things that you would like to do better at this year than you did last year, and pick the most important thing to you to start with. And you simply do that one thing until you're better at it, or until you've mastered it, right? That way you're not overwhelming yourself by trying to do everything different all at once, because it's not going to happen, right? You're going to get discouraged. You're going to end up fizzing out, and things aren't going to end up the way you anticipate them. In our next video, we're going to go into interpretations and assumptions, and that will fall into, you'll see how all that correlates with what we're talking about right now, and also how it ties into the limiting beliefs that we have established for ourselves that we need to reprogram. So if you haven't gone back and watched the video on limiting beliefs, I encourage you to go back and watch that, so that when we get into the next video, everybody's on the same page. New year, better me, right? New year, better you. You're perfectly made, right? There's nothing wrong with you, right? But there are certain things that you can do better at, certain things that you desire to do better at, and simply focus on that, right? So that's my message for you today. Don't set yourself up for failure, for disappointment, by making a promise to yourself, because again, a promise is nothing more than a comfort to a fool, and you are nobody's fool, right? Just simply tell yourself, I'm going to do better than what I've done before. Make your list, write it down, make you a vision board, however you decide to do it, and you do that one thing that's at the top of the list until you do it well enough to satisfy you. And then you move on to number 2. If you really want to kick it up a notch, you can find yourself an accountability partner. Share that list with somebody that's close to you, somebody that you respect, somebody that you know will hold your feet to the fire, even if it might hurt your feelings, right? Even if it might create a little bit of friction at times because you don't want to hear it, right? And 9 times out of 10, the reason we don't want to hear things is because we know the other person's right. So share it with somebody else and say, hey, these are some things that I want to do better at this year than I did last year. And this is my number one priority thing. And I'm going to work on this one thing until I do it very well or until I've mastered it. And anytime you see me not following through with this, I need you to hold me accountable and I need you to call me out, right? Love me enough to hurt my feelings. Be honest with me enough to piss me off. Hold me accountable, right? So that's what I would like for you to do this year. To heck with the resolutions. Resolutions never work, right? Very sore. I can't say never. Never's a strong word. But very rarely do resolutions ever come to fruition, right? Usually after about 30 to 60 to 90 days, whatever the resolution was, it's done and forgotten about, right? Because it was a promise that was made to be broken. So don't do that to yourself this year. Just try to do better than you did last year. Simple as that, right? So I look forward to getting more in depth with things as we get into our next video. Again, we're going to cover interpretations and assumptions. So be on the lookout for that. Today is Monday. The next video will drop on Wednesday, and then we'll have another one drop on Friday. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, unless something drastic happens, there will be a video up, right? So subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. Like the video, share the video with somebody, leave a comment, if you like. Make your list of things that you want to do better at, or put the top 3 things and leave them in the comments on things that you desire to do better at this year than you did last year, right? I'll hold you accountable if you like. Shoot me a message saying, hey, hold me accountable, and I got you. Okay, so until next time, God bless you guys. Love having you here, and I look forward to our next video on Wednesday.